Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today. So today I want to talk about how the NBA's obsession with the three-point shot is killing the competition. It's hard to watch the NBA nowadays. I know a lot of you have completely given up on watching it, and I get it. And if I'm being honest, most of the time I'm watching it, I'm multitasking. Like I don't think I could sit and just solely focus on the game because the product is so terrible nowadays. And one of the things that make it a terrible product is this focusing on a three-point shot. And a lot of people seem to think that in order to be successful in today's league, you must have a three-point shot. I disagree with this. To me, this is why the product is so terrible, because number one, the further away from the basket you are, the more your percentage goes down. That's just physics. That's just logic. It's like the further away from the basket you are, you can't see it as well. The further away from the basket you are, there's more variables to interrupt the trajectory of the shot on the way to the rim, especially if you're outside. But yeah, it's just logic. The further away you are, you're not going to shoot the same percentage as you will the closer you are to the basket. And so what happens a lot of times, like this is what really, really makes it hard to watch, is all these blowouts. I mean, I don't think we've lived in a time where there's so many blowouts, but there are blowouts because what happens? One team starts to heat up from three, and instead of the other team saying, hey, let's stay in the game by making sure we get some easy twos or get some close twos, take some higher percentage shots. Let's stay in the game by taking some higher percentage shots. What happens is it just automatically triggers the other team to start bombing threes. And if that team can't keep up, then it's a lost cause. And then you wind up with these crazy 20, 30, 40-point blowouts. Fanboys, I think your king just experienced something like that a week or two ago. But yeah, so here's why I say I don't think you need the three-point shot to be effective in today's league. Now, it definitely will help. But, so check this out. Let's say you shoot 30 shots and they're all threes. So theoretically, that would be worth 90 points, right? 30 shots, all threes. Theoretically, that could be worth 90 points. But now you factor in the shooting percentage. Well, the average shooting percentage for three-point shots in today's league is 36%. So that means out of that possible 90 points, you wind up with 32.4 points. Now, let's say the other team shoots 30 shots, but they shoot all twos. Now, theoretically, 30 shots, all twos, that's 60 points, right? But the league average for field goals inside the three-point line is 47%. So you wind up with 28.2%. So 30 shots of threes at league average will get you 32.4, and 30 shots of twos at league average will get you 28.2 points. That's not a big difference. And now you can say, yeah, I think right now the league average is they're averaging about 90 shots a game, roughly. So even if you stretch that out to 90 shots, that just shows you that you can stay close in the game by simply taking higher percentage shots. You can stay closer in the game by taking higher percentage shots and give yourself a chance to actually win at the end of the game. But teams don't do that. Again, what happens is one team heats up from three, and the other team's automatic reaction is to start trying to match them 3 for 3 instead of just taking some higher percentage shots and staying in the game. You know, it's better that you be down 10 points by the fourth quarter than 30 points because you can't stop shooting threes. And then going back to the whole Michael Jordan thing. This is why a lot of people who say that Jordan couldn't be effective in his league unless he learned to shoot threes, which Michael Jordan was a 32% three-point shooter, which is not bad. You know, and I think it's safe to say with the mentality and work that Michael Jordan is known to put in, I would say he would be above league average in today's league. But that's neither here nor there. The point is he wouldn't need it. It's still the same amount of time on the clock, except it's more possessions. There is less resistance for Michael to get to the rim. He's already deadly at the mid-range. And, you know, this is what Michael Jordan is known for, is controlling the game, you know, staying close and taking over in the fourth quarter. Not to mention, any team led by Michael Jordan is going to wear you down on defense, you know. And so, I just think the NBA, part of what has killed the competition is this hyper-focus on three-point shooting. And let me go say this. You know, I'm a Steph Curry fan, but Steph Curry is a one-on-one type player, just like Michael Jordan was. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Steph Curry is anywhere near what Michael Jordan was, but I'm just saying, like, Michael Jordan was a one-on-one player. Between when does another player come along who not only had the work ethic, not only had the desire to constantly get better and the ability to constantly get better, not only developed the fundamentals and was flawless with his fundamentals, but also had unprecedented athleticism. All that combined with competitiveness that arguably is more than anyone we've seen, but definitely is just as competitive as anyone else we've seen come through the NBA. So that's a one-of-one type deal. But Steph Curry, you know, I say he's a one-on-one type deal because that's something you can't teach. You know, whatever it is about his vision that allows him to shoot from that far out, that allows him to shoot three-point shots at such a high clip, you know, that's a one-on-one talent that people think just because he does it, someone else can do it. Now that's a one-of-one type player that, you know, we're not likely to see another player come along like that. Just like we would not likely to see another MJ. Again, Kobe came close, but, you know, we saw where Kobe was limited, number one, just in the athleticism. And I would have to argue, I don't think Kobe's fundamentals were as flawless and as tight as Michael Jordan's. You know, I know a lot of people like to say Kobe, you know, they think Kobe had better footwork. And again, I think Michael Jordan perfected what he did more than Kobe perfected what he did. Kobe might have had more moves, but Michael Jordan was more efficient with his moves. And to me, that's the ultimate goal. It's like, if you can make 3 moves work 90% of the time, then why do you need 10 moves? You only need 10 moves if those 3 moves aren't as effective as they could be. And not to say Michael Jordan had 3 moves. Michael Jordan had infinite moves. But, you know, to me, the point is he was just more efficient at what he did. But Anyway, this is not going to be a long video. Like I said, I was just thinking about this whole three-point thing, and it's so hard to watch today's NBA. It's like I hate watching blowouts. I don't understand. Again, that's a front runner type mentality. Fanboys, you guys relate. That's your king. He's great. He's king of the front runners. But yeah, watching these blowouts, that's I want to see competitive from start to finish. But anyway, we gonna hold up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that part of the reason with part of the problem with the competitiveness of the league is this heavy reliance on threes? Is this hyper focus on three-pointers? Like I said, it makes it so that if one team catches fire, rather than the other team just trying to stay close by taking higher percentage shots, it just automatically triggers the other team to start trying to match them 3 for 3. And that's a quick recipe for a blowout. If a team gets hot, they get hot. But you can stay in the game by matching twos. Like I said, and I'm going to just read this one more time. Like I said, 30 shots of threes, shooting at 36% will give you 32.4 points. 30 shots of twos, shooting at 47% will give you 28.2 points. So that's not a whole lot of difference. And that will keep you in the game close enough to still have a chance to win it at the end rather than getting blown out because you're just trying to match 3 for 3. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I will see you next time. All right.